Rich has to offer here. Rich, welcome to the show.
Good morning, Rich.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks for your call.
I just recently retired. I have a 457 plan, but I also have, before I started there, an IRA. And I'm wondering if I'm better off to move the 457 into the IRA. And if so, what are the ramifications? Because I'm of the age where I have to start taking the withdrawals.
So you're 72?
I'll be 72 this year.
Okay. Well, happy birthday.
Yep.
457s have a little bit different rules in terms of RMD. Fortunately, this doesn't apply to you because you're over that age. But folks that have 457s have the ability to take out at an earlier age and not pay that 10% penalty.
Right.
But go ahead.
Yeah, just in your case, Rich, the way I look at it is most 457 plans, in fact, most retirement plans through your workplace offer you 15, 20, maybe 25 different options. And we've got a kind of a rainbow chart that goes through all the different asset categories. And it's not uncommon when we're building portfolios to use quite a bit of mutual funds so that we're covering every asset category. The other issue is you have control over your money. You start out having...
With an IRA.
With an IRA, right. By rolling your 457 to an IRA, you have ultimate control. You have, 33,000 choices, different mutual funds. That can be a little overwhelming for some people. However, having that selection, a good example, and this kind of gets back to the whole bond discussion, many 457s and 401ks will have one or two bond options. And one of those options might be the total bond market index. And right now, that total bond market index is quite a bit lengthy in both the maturity of the bonds and in the duration. And you don't want to be in long-dated bonds typically when you have interest rates on the rise or expected to be on the rise. Good example is, the total bond market was down last year. It's down year to date. So, cash has actually done better than an overall bond market index. Now, we're going to talk about how bonds do serve a purpose in a portfolio. But to answer your question, Rich, I would recommend rolling over your 457 to an IRA account. It's also easier from a consolidation standpoint when you are calculating your required minimum distributions to be able to do it on one sum. Sometimes we meet with folks who have 6 or 7 or 8 different IRA accounts, and their required minimum distribution they might take out of one or two and forget to do it out of a couple. So anyway, I hope that answers the question.
Well, we want to follow up with that after. I know we're up against a hard break here. Hang on the phone, Rich, because there's a little bit more detail than just rolling it over to an IRA that you need to be made aware of. So appreciate the call, but hang on. Yeah. Getting back to your situation, Rich, you still there?
I am.
Thank you for holding.
Okay, the most important thing is not whether to keep it in a 457 or put it into an IRA, but really how should it be allocated? Because the IRA is merely a bucket, and then you have to determine, okay, what am I going to put into that bucket to make it work for me? So this is where we as certified financial planners working as fiduciaries build a portfolio for you to meet your needs and mesh to the other things that you might have. Having a 457, chances are you perhaps have a pension. You have Social Security. How are all those things blended together to get you to where you want to go to be sure that you don't run out of money? And these are the things that Gary will be covering next Saturday morning. And if you have time, I know it's a drive over from Melbourne, but I guarantee it's the best hours you've ever spent and driving over. And Gary's going to give you 2 hours. That's rush hour. And you're also going to feed him too?
Oh, yes, we will.
All right, there you go.
So Rich, I think what often happens to folks who are just considering rolling over, they're thinking that, okay, I need to be conservative. I've got to start taking money out. It's got to last my lifetime. And often one of the biggest mistakes is being too conservative. We don't know your age, but if you're in your mid-60s, you could be living another 30-plus years.
Well, he's 72.
Oh, that's right.
That's
72.
Right. But you just left 25 years.
We do know your age, yes. Yeah. So you could be 25 years, and so you're going to need growth to combat inflation.